I remember when I got my shotgun, I brought it to school and showed my principal.
Yeah.
Like it was I didn't bring it in school. It was in my truck, but I was like, hey, you should come out and take a look at this in my truck. And it was like him and like two of my teachers came out and they're like, oh, yeah. Now,
in a world, 4 friends, 1 mission to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds.
My
like
money
to see
don't
you
jiggle
wiggle
jiggle.
wiggle. Faux show.
It pays bills.
Makes me
That's
want
all
to
my
dribble
money-
dribble
that's all my money
out my
does.
dick.
Yeah, mine's all cyber money. I don't have cash.
It's
Right.
just numbers.
it's all fake.
I don't
I
have
have these
cash for
plastic
coins.
fucking
Supposedly, I
cards
have
that,
this much that I can swipe for.
Yeah.
Like that's
My money don't jiggle jiggle. It's in a card.
It swipes.
it's an arbitrary
It
number on
swipes.
an app that I have.
Yeah.
I don't fucking.
Yeah, because the Federal Reserve's empty. Anyways,
Speaking of that, what are we going to do when all these ATF or what are they called? IRS agents come around and
All I want to know is there a way
I
for
wanna-
me to request an audit of the IRS?
that way you would never get one.
I'm just saying.
If you asked for one, you would probably never get one.
No, if you asked,
No.
audit
I asked them to. I want to see the IRS audit. I want to see their audit,
dude, there's been people
their
in
internal audit.
There's been people in Congress that have been asking to audit the Fed for fucking ever, and they won't.
Well, they
Well,
can't.
then they shouldn't be able to render that power.
I agree.
Yeah.
But then there's this
Yeah.
weird thing called hypocrisy.
I want to see where all the money you're taking from
It
me.
remarkably
It should-
rhymes with democracy. It's fucking crazy.
It should just be really simple. You take in X, you can only spend up to X. You don't get to spend Y or Z or anything else.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense, right?
That's how it works for us.
Yeah.
If my checking account has $1,000 in it,
You have $1,000
I have
to spend.
$1,000 to spend.
That's it. You don't have
I can't
10,000.
spend
You guys
$10,000.
are missing out on. You can get a loan and you owe the bank.
Right.
If you default on the loan, the bank comes takes your shit.
Right.
The United States government's bank is China, and eventually they're going to come take our shit.
Yeah, but I think the plan
they
might have been
won't.
there was eventually.
Because we
they'll-
spent all our money on munitions.
But I think the plan there might have been like eventually it'll implode, and that might pay off. Like they're parking tanks in front of their banks and shit like that. Like
True.
it's fucking wild. Like
Yeah.
that shit over there is getting
Do you
crazy.
think we would get less chance of getting an audit if I park my tank that I want to buy in front?
I don't think it's going to matter.
You might get audited if you buy a tank.
Oh, that's true.
They're going to be like, why has this guy got a tank? Like, what the fuck?
Why is he trying to write it off?
It's audit prevention.
Right?
Audit prevention.
That's it. The only reason I bought this is because the IRS hired 87,000 agents that are armed.
Right. So I figure, all right, I'll level the playing field.
What?
I have a tank.
No. What you need is a sign that says badge free zone.
Hmm.
We know that
Can we do
that's an effective methodology for
True,
keeping things
right.
away.
True.
So in the past couple of years,
Audit free zone.
in the,
Not
in
just
the,
badge free
in
zone.
the past couple of years, we've, as a country, have been shown that you can have law enforcement free zones
Right.
and nobody will do anything about it. Look at CHOP in fucking Seattle.
Oh yeah.
That lasted how long? A while.
was it Chad? I
Like
thought it was
a month.
Chad.
But,
Chad,
but,
CHOP, whatever
John,
the fuck
it
it was.
was
Changed
Chad.
a lot of our
signs.
customers are law enforcement.
They just can't bring their badge
Yeah,
here.
you can't be a law enforcement officer when you're on premise.
You can bring your gun, just not your badge.
I'm totally fine with
Absolutely.
Yeah.
'Cause then it's
100%.
It's fair game at that point.
that. I might put that sign in my store. I might put a badge free zone sign in my store
I too, sir, like to gamble.
because I've got vice cops and all sorts of shit
Vice
that hang
cops
out
are
in my
a
store.
different
They're
crew,
a different
though.
breed.
That's a different breed.
I fucking
of
love that dude
man.
though. He comes in. Oh, he's cool as shit.
What am I? Fuck.
And you know who actually hit me up today that wanted to come by the store, but I was out running errands?
Who's that?
Jesse Noriega.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to talk about a good fucking dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That's a good fucking
He's
dude
a
right
good guy.
there.
Well,
He's
you
the one
heard
that
of
owns
one Noriega.
RDI.
He runs
that-
RDI.
Okay.
Runs RDI.
Yeah.
That big steel range that's down in too
But
fucking far.
Those signs
where it
work,
is.
though.
Yeah.
They do.
gonna
When
put a badge
Scott
free
at the
zone.
gun store in Nebraska, we had a sign on the front door that said a suicide bomb free zone.
Suicide
Do you know that?
bomber.
Do you know that the guy that owns RDI sits on my board?
He must be a good dude because I fucking like that.
He's a great
range.
dude.
Yeah.
He's
How
a great
big
dude.
is your board? You get a lot of
There's
guys
like 6
sitting on your
people.
board.
It's like 6 people.
I'm just
They,
trying to,
they rotate.
I thought it was supposed to be an odd number.
We recently lost one. We're actually
Oh.
looking for another. Recently
How
had
you
a
doing?
right. Recently had a
I'll sit on your board.
a resignation.
I'll sit on your board. I'll fucking approve everything.
Right. Well, so do they. They're like, oh,
I don't
all
give a
right.
fuck. I think this is a great idea. We should do more of this.
Anyway,
Give
Fuck
Mikey,
boys.
give Mikey a raise.
it's Thursday. We are in kind of what I call the flying V, which is like a cool kinky
it's a
sex
reverse
move.
V.
Hold
Yeah.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Inverted
It's,
V.
You
it's a
gotta move
wedge.
like 2 feet that way.
We'll call it the wedge.
All right,
Yeah.
now we have proper
Oh
distance.
no, a wedge is half of.
That's
V.
good dispersion.
I was trying to get CDC guidelines.
Yeah, that's good dispersion.
Everybody cleaning all their sex toys and apparatuses and
Yes,
apparel.
yes, always. But
I
it's
don't, on
Thursday.
principle.
We're in this wedge. There's drinks on the table. There are sticks in our hands. Johnny boy, what are we about to do?
We're about to masturbate.
You goddamn right, kids. It's time for Freedom Friends masturbate, not kids. Don't do that.
Don't masturbate, kids.
Don't do that. That's terrible. Time for a Freedom Friends Master Debate, solving the world's problems, one mediocre topic at a time. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. That'll use that code FTFO. Yeah, that's right.
Nailed
Over
it.
there. That'll get you 15% off. And of course, wellness.us for 25% off, aka a quarter off your order. You can use that code Freedom Friends 25 and Icy Tech Coolers. Go over there, hit them up for some nice high-tech coolers and such.
By the way, I finally came up with a program for the store.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you come in and mention the show, I'll give you a crisp high five.
there you go. I like that.
To the face with a chair.
over to Icy Tech. Use the code Freedom Friends 10. That will get you 10% off. Justin,
I like John's plan.
the fuck you got for us this week?
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
To the face with a chair.
So,
If you're gonna high five anybody in the face with a chair,
that would
we already
go-
know it's Greta.
I'm pretty sure we went over this last week,
Right.
but I want to know, with shit getting crazy out in the world and classrooms that need protecting, what are some ideas that y'all have on protecting classrooms?
Scrap the 87,000 IRS agents, hire 87,000 armed guards for classrooms.
God damn right.
Boom.
You beat me.
That was easy
I was
answer.
starting
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Next topic.
Next topic.
No, so is it what in general or what can teachers do in today? Like right now?
What can teachers do today? Do y'all think that they can
I
do
know
to
a
help
teacher that studies
protect-
Krav Maga, and I would love to see her just beat some wholesale ass.
Ooh. Shout out Tracy. We love you.
Yeah.
She's gonna do it like that chick on TikTok does with the mannequin, the
Which you just
little-
gets it's just one clip after another of her just bitch slapping the shit out of
and
that
then sitting there,
mannequin.
like farting on his face.
I've met Tracy. I'm pretty sure that's totally doable.
Hey, we don't kink shame.
I'm not. I never said anything that it was bad.
No, look, I don't think anybody's going to be shocked that the Freedom Friends stand by the policy that, you know what stops a bad man with a gun? A good man that's a better shot.
Yeah.
Like it's or woman. I don't give a fuck.
Like that fucking gangster in the mall from 40 yards away that put like 8 out of 10 rounds in
Who
that
is-
fucking dude.
Who was like 20 years old.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good,
Awesome.
good on you, kid.
Or that
Like, that's
70-year-old
slow,
that was
steady
running the
squeeze.
liquor store that just fucking just unloaded that shotgun on that motherfucker.
Dude, did you see the video of the CBD owner, the vape shop owner in Vegas that stabbed the dude 7 times that jumped his fucking
Yes.
counter?
Yes.
That was gangster as fuck. And the kid's like, I'm dead.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's
killed
like,
me.
and
You killed me.
he's on the phone with 911. He's like, I need an ambulance. The guy's like, don't let me die. He's like, shut up. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
No, this comes down to what we said during the big show, which was the reason that like all this bullshit with the government is going on is that nobody pushes back. Like
Yeah.
we're not doing anything to stop it. Do you know what's going to stop this shit? When it's fucking scary to do it. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to go in and do this. You can fucking try. That's
So-
why you don't see a whole lot of like fucking like in San Antonio. The last big thing that I heard about road rage was in like 2001, 2002. Some dude got road rage, got out of it on 281, got out of his truck, pulled a shotgun, and went and slammed this dude's window with the butt of his shotgun. And the dude pulled his pistol and shot him 3 times in the chest. Plow, plow, plow. Didn't even go downtown. That shit doesn't happen in Texas. Do you know why?
It happened in Austin one time last year. You remember that shit?
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that one.
When that fucking
And see
idiot
how it
kid
worked out?
with an M4 tried to fucking like, where the AR tried to fucking like point at a kid.
AK.
Or it was an AK.
AK.
And the driver was just like blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and like it drove off, and then they both called. Like he called 911. Was like, I just shot a guy.
Yep.
You want to know what? Look it up. That kid is not in jail.
Yeah. But do you know what happens? If you think you're going to, this is the policy of fuck around and find out. If you make them think twice about it, they're probably not going to do it. But when it's, nope, it's safe. I'm totally going to be able to pull this off. You haven't created,
It's soft targets.
It's no longer a risk adverse environment.
Make yourself a hard target.
Wait,
So-
so standing outside of a classroom for an hour and a half with your armed SWAT team and the rest of the police department doesn't prevent
No,
Look,
shooters?
man, we're not going to sit here
Yeah,
and
we're
say
not.
that.
I'm not going to get. I'm not
That's
going
when
to
you
get
check
into
your
that.
We're not gonna
social
sit
media
here
and
and
use
say
hand
that-
sanitizer.
Yeah, we're not going to say that those fucking chuds did their job because they fucking didn't.
Nope.
All right, like
I went to Austin's. He's going to be a freshman,
It
so I went
blows
to
my
his
fucking mind.
high school orientation the other day.
Yep.
And they had two of the service officers sitting there, and I was sitting real close to him. And the only thing I could think to say to him was like, don't,
Just give me your pep talk.
don't.
Everyone's counting on you. Don't fuck it
Yeah.
up.
yeah,
Don't Bulverde this shit.
Or don't
Uvalde this
don't
shit.
Yeah.
Uvalde
man.
this shit, dude. Like,
That happened. So my mall brought me this like spiral bound packet, and it has it's. You ever seen those weird ass packets where it's like legal sized, but each topic gets progressively longer, so it's tabbed
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever,
yeah,
which I don't like because it's got weird sized paper and it just
Yeah.
bothers me.
agreed.
So, but one of them had to do with if there's an active shooter in the mall, and security brought me this thing, and one of them said active shooter response, and I was like,
Oh, this should be good.
and I literally just went active shooter response. He was like, yeah, and I was like, shoot back, and he was like, what? What? And I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody enters this store and starts shooting, we're gonna shoot back.
Yeah.
Now, if it happens somewhere else in the mall, I'm gonna roll the cages and we're leaving out the back door
Sure,
because I
Yeah.
will find the quickest point of egress and we
that's
will
the
just
smart way to do it.
fucking leave. I'm
Yeah.
not a cop. I'm not a hero.
It's not your job.
It's not my fucking job.
Your job is you're responsible for the folks in your store at that moment, and
It's
then
me
you
and
can
mine.
shut it and fucking let's go.
It's me and mine. If I can
Yep.
get me and mine out, we'll get out. But that's it. And he was like, I mean, we're not going to tell you no. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. Like, don't make yourself a soft target. But yeah, we don't need more auditors.
Like-
87,000 armed guards though? Like, how many schools are there in the United States?
fucking
I
a
have
fuck
no
ton.
idea.
I have no
I
idea.
mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with 87,000 armed shooters in that school. Probably puts a pretty big fucking dent in that number.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with all of those are GS jobs for the IRS. Probably somewhere in those 7, 8, 9 range.
Probably GS9s.
As of 2018, there are 131,000 public and private K through 12 schools.
So we are talking about a 70% saturation on armed personnel inside of a school.
And all you need is one per school.
Like 70%, even in American grades, is still a passing fucking grade.
Goddamn right.
I'm like,
C's get degrees, dog.
And then you just have them rotate. So that way you don't know what
You don't
school
even know
they're
where
gonna
it
be
is,
at.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Russian roulette, but with your own life.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, put one of you want intimidation. Put one of those robot dogs with the fucking gun on top of it.
Did you see the
in
ones
each
that have
school?
the robot dog with a fucking
I saw it.
RPG?
Well, was it
my favorite one. My
No,
favorite
it's
one
a
is the one that's
Russian,
got
RPG something.
the Boston Dynamics built that one that's got a 50 cal on the back of it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, you just put a roving dog to the school and he just shoots anybody who shoots.
Dude, I guarantee you there is a large unemployed veteran community that would happily take a GS9 position patrolling schools.
I bet you there's
Goddamn right.
plenty of them that are just retired. It
Yeah,
would just
that would be like, fucking pay me minimum wage, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll just walk around here. and fucking-
$7.25 an hour to make sure my kid is safe. Yeah, I'll do it.
Just give me equipment.
I'm pending an upgrade for my combat related special compensation.
Oh, your
Like-
dick quit working?
No, I'm just pending it. Yeah. Yeah, right. No, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh.
That was 3 years ago.
Fucking that was weeks ago, man. I'm partying. I'm pending an upgrade, and if I get that upgrade, I'll do that. I'll do that for a living. It'll be fun. It'll be nice. It'll be fun.
Well, it wouldn't be fun. It would suck because you'd have to deal with fucking kids all day.
Yeah, I'd have to go to like a middle school or better.
I
I don't think I could deal with a fucking elementary school.
I think little kids would be easier. High schoolers, I don't know.
That's true.
I wonder how much that would change this younger generation too, if it had a bunch of like veterans.
Like a bunch
that
of
know-
me's.
Oh my God.
A bunch of me's,
One, we would all
setting
get
the
fucking
example.
fired after 2 weeks.
I don't know. I think after like 15
Like,
years.
man up, you little bitch.
No, after like 15 years, you would see a drastic change in
That's what I'm
today's
thinking.
youth.
You
Yes.
would.
Eventually.
Absolutely.
You'd probably get about 60% of the people that grow up to be little bitches right now would actually like have hopes and dreams of trying to like be a good human.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Fuck it, arm the students.
I think that's the problem, man.
No, arm all of them.
Give them all.
No.
Just give them all Nerf guns.
Back in the day,
There used to be rifle
they,
shit.
the NRA taught gun safety in schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
Dude, I knew dudes who used to bring their fucking guns to school because we were going hunting after school and shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
Like-
when I got my shotgun, I brought it to school and showed my principal.
Yeah.
Like it was in my. I didn't bring it in school. It was in
Yeah.
my truck. But I was like, "Hey, you should come out and take a look at this in my truck." And it was like him
Yeah.
and like two of my teachers came out. And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah." Now,
No fucking way.
I went to
in
a
jail.
redneck ass
now
high
you're
school.
on, now you're on a list.
I went to a redneck high school, and a bunch of people had fucking those old school fucking extendable slam them
in
into
the
the
back
back
window,
glass
yep.
and just
Yeah.
fucking had
Yeah.
their shotguns and shit. But you know what?
I went to an
We
alternative
never
high school. We had a
once-
smoking area.
We never once even thought about there'd be a shooter in that school.
No.
It would just never crossed our minds.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing. You know, like I remember I was in high school. I was in my senior year when Columbine happened. Right? Like it was
Yeah.
April of 99.
Yeah, I was a
and I
sophomore,
graduated
but yeah.
in 99. And fucking so I was in my senior year when that shit went down. And we were all like, and I went to a thug school, man. Like I had thugs in our school. Like there was a smoking area and a nursery in my school. All right.
Yes.
And like for an elective, I could literally go and play with fucking
And you know it's
Single
hard when
moms,
there's
kids.
a toddler in the smoking area with you.
right.
Just fucking
like it was fucking
just walking up going like, "Hey man, you got a stick?"
right.
Just
Like,
like-
let me get stoked, dog. Let me get stoked. Fucking, it was, and the teachers would come out and smoke with us. Like it was fucking totally normal, man. Like everybody went out to the smoking area after class,
yeah.
and like we had 8 minutes to smoke a cigarette between classes. Oh, the first year I was there. The second year I was there, we had 5, and it was like, whoa, let's get it going. And everybody go out and smoke real quick. But, like, even when that shit happened, we were all like, that was the farthest thing on our mind. We wouldn't come to school and shoot it up. Like,
The only thing I remember actually changing after that is then they had a no trench coat rule
yeah.
at my high school.
Do you remember
and,
that?
and we
It's
were all like,
nobody wore fucking
"Who
trench
the
coats
fuck
anyway.
wearing a trench coat?"
Like,
Like,
if that didn't set off fucking alarms in
Yeah.
the first place, Columbine.
even the goth
like,
kids were like,
We had
"Who
a
the fuck
kid.
wears trench coats?"
We had a kid wear a trench coat almost every day.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
I had, there was one
And
kid.
Honestly, he would have been the one.
So there was one kid that
Looking back, he
Yeah,
would
but
have
you
been
know
the one.
what? He wasn't shooting up schools. He was just writing obscure poetry. Like that's all. Like
It's true.
Weird,
Yeah,
weird,
see?
weird you
It's
say
true.
that. Weird you say that because this kid, his name was Josh, and he was a fat kid. And I actually still to this day, I feel bad about this. And if this ever gets to him, man, I do apologize for doing this. But at the same time, you also had this coming. He wrote my friend Tracy a note, and it was fucking creepy. And it was like a weird poetry note, and it was like, "I love you, I'll kill you." Fucking all this like weird stanzas of just nasty weird shit. And she was like, "I feel fucking awkward around this guy." She showed it to me and I was like, "This is scary. Like this is fucking weird." So we walk out of, I
I'm
walk
gonna
out,
wear your skin.
shit like that, man. It was like Buffalo Bill type of fucking level shit. And I was like, what the fuck, man?
Nobody Buffalo Bills like she Buffalo Bills.
Damn right. And I remember I walked out of class into the smoking area in front of him. And I turned around and I grabbed him and I threw him against the wall and I dented the fucking wall. It was like that old fucking like that weird fucking like riveted walls that were like around fucking like school. We had like brick up to here. Then there was like this weird like metal pattern.
No, dude, I went to like a upstanding citizen school.
Right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Not familiar.
it was metal, like fucking, it was almost like corrugated metal. And I fucking grabbed this kid and I threw him into it. And I was like, don't ever fucking look in her direction again. right? And I was like, you freaked her the fuck out. And I'd shoot his ass. And I threatened to beat his ass if he ever fucking did it again, right? And she was like, thank you. And I was like, no worries. She was my buddy. Like, me and her were fucking friends. And then like the next class, I had a government class with this kid, and he put a fucking scream mask on in the middle of class and then just sat there awkward in the corner looking at everybody wearing a fucking scream mask. And I was like, I'm going to fuck this dude up. And I was like, this dude, and this is like literally right after Columbine happened. Like, this is a couple weeks after that shit happened. And I'm looking at my fucking teacher. And I remember it was Mr. Baker's fucking government class. And I was like, yo, I'm going to fuck this dude up. And he was like, first of all, stop cussing. And he was like, secondly, no, you're not. And I was like, will you fucking look at him, man? Like, just look at him. He's fucking sitting in the corner freaking everybody out wearing a fucking mask. And he's like, all right, it's obviously a distraction, so I'll tell him to take it off. So he's like, Josh, you take your mask off. And he just doesn't say a word. He just goes like this. And then I remember this black dude named Darnell in the class sitting next to him. He's like, this motherfucker's crying under the mask. And we all started laughing. And then he just got up and he left. And we were like, I was like, if somebody's going to shoot from school, it's that motherfucker. That's the guy, man. That's the guy. But I still feel bad for throwing him against the wall. I should have been able to just intimidate him without grabbing him and chucking him. But,
no, some of those, I disagree.
But he definitely deserved it.
But I disagree because a lot of these people need to realize that the real world is a real fucking world.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the thing is that a lot of this stuff, and it may sound like a cop-out or whatever, but I seriously think that a lot of these people are going to go like, it'll give me fame. And we have trained these kids that essentially respawn is a thing. And it's like, nope, it's not. This is now permanent decision making. But we don't institute that anymore. We don't fucking teach anybody that the decisions you make have instant and permanent consequences. Like, it is what it is. That shit doesn't fucking change.
Well,
Like, you don't get to, like, when we joined the military, you don't get to go like, oh, fuck, this was a mistake. Like, it's okay. I'll just respawn. Nope, you're fucking stuck with this decision now.
Kids
Like,
should also realize that the media is on a 3-day cycle.
nobody gives a fuck about you.
Like, you can go shoot up a fucking school and do you know the name who did the one in Uvalde?
Nope.
Fuck no.
And you know what?
Nobody does.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
It's good.
I saw
you're going to get no fame out of this.
I saw a clip and they were like, so-and-so shooter from like back in it was like a shooter from like, it was the dickhead who went to the Walmart that drove from Dallas to the Walmart in fucking El Paso and shot it up like 2 years ago. They were like, he finally got sentenced. And I was like, I forgot that fucking happened. I was like, I forgot that happened, man. Like,
that shows commitment, though. That's like a 12-hour drive.
That is a long
just to go
drive.
shoot up a Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, that's, yeah.
There's Walmarts everywhere.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
I don't get it. And it's just like, it's not special. It's not hard. You didn't fucking accomplish anything.
If you walked into a Walmart, if you walked into a Walmart and you tried to shoot an employee of Walmart, I don't think you could find one.
No. You shoot a self-checkout.
You can shoot anybody because we're all technically employees of Walmart
that's
now.
true.
And see,
I still refuse to use self-checkout.
And everybody asks me why I don't shop
unless
at
I'm
Walmart.
buying one or two things. Well, the same thing at HEB, man. If unless I'm buying one or two things and I'm in a hurry,
okay,
I go through the fucking line.
I will agree
I'm
with
in a
you,
hurry,
except for the
I use the
HEBs that
self-checkout.
support HEB Go.
Is
Or
that
like,
the one where like
as you're shopping, you just scan it with your fucking phone,
and then you
and
just
at
walk
the
the
end,
fuck out?
at the end, you just hit a QR code and it charges you. You fucking leave.
That's dope.
That shit is the tits. It's
Yeah,
called
dude.
HEB Go.
It's the new hotness.
So
and
what you do
it's
is you
awesome.
walk in, you get your cart, you get your cart. Here's the brilliant way to do it. Get your cart, go over and get 6 of the paper bags, stand them all up in your cart, and as you're going, you pick it up off the shelf, you scan it, you put it in the bag. Scan it, put it in the bag. Scan it, put it in the bag. Scan it, put it in the bag. Then when you're done, you go and you scan the QR code at the end, it charges your credit card, and you walk the fuck out.
Wow.
No line, no
So,
waiting for the bitch. Would you like to buy some fucking 1-bite Oreos? Fuck
Most
you.
of
No,
the
I just want to
time,
leave.
We shop at Walmart because they have a $15 a month free delivery. So Michelle just gets on there and fucking orders and it comes to the house.
I'm not going to lie, we do most of our stuff favor from HEB.
Yeah.
Because favor with HEB is free. So she goes, my wife goes online, she shops, she buys our menu, and the shit just shows up at the front door.
Yeah.
That is where I'm fucking totally cool with the fact that I'm like, I'm already doing the shopping.
You know
But now
who
I don't have to do any of the pain in the ass part.
You know who I actually fucking loathe though? It's a double-headed sword because I love like favor and stuff. But the personal shoppers inside Walmart and HEB, they're always in the fucking way.
Always.
They're always in the fucking way. And I'm like, I'm not the lazy motherfucker that's used the app. I'm here in the store. I'm trying to get shit. Get out of my fucking way, man. All right. Like it drives me I don't know why. I don't know
Do you
why
know
I
why
let
actually-
it affect me so bad, but I get fucking genuinely angry.
Here's the one change.
I get like,
Here's the one change to favor that I would be totally cool with. And all of these, the personal shopper shit, the favor, the Walmart one or whatever.
yeah,
If you order it, you can't get it till the next day because all the personal shoppers operate overnight.
see, that I would be fucking cool with.
If they were like,
Get
hey,
out of my fucking way.
you can only get it the next day, either curbside pickup or delivery. You can only get it the next day because the personal shoppers only operate at night when the store's closed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck you though. Ice cream.
You're still bringing it the next day.
it's all. It's
Yeah, but then they have to.
no, it's because they store it in a fucking refrigerator.
Yeah, it goes in a
place
giant
anyway.
freezer.
Okay.
Like if you ever pick that up and your fucking Lay's potato chips are like 38 degrees,
That's why.
it's because it all gets rolled into a giant fucking cooler
yeah.
before it goes out for delivery.
I live in Texas. Nothing I get is ever 38 degrees.
Well, that's because it's pulled out of the car cold, and in the 15 feet it takes to get to our door, it's back to room temperature.
It's already
Yeah.
fucking melted. Yeah. Like, no.
But yeah, now all these.
Like I respect the convenience.
We won't push
but-
back. And the fact that I don't give a fuck what side of the news you're on, right, left, middle, we don't spin, I don't give a fuck. The fact that everybody turns into like, well, why did they do it? Because they're shitbags and nobody told them to not do that shit.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
So outside of instead of IRS agents hiring armed security and trying to get the government to change and do things or states to change and do things, what are things that teachers can do themselves to protect
Oh,
themselves?
I'm 100%. You ever seen that movie
that
187?
that are within
Fuck,
that are
yeah.
within the laws and regulations of their jurisdictions. So if they're not allowed to have a firearm on campus, they can't have a gun.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like,
so here's
what,
the thing.
what
though.
are things that what can we come up with that's creative that a teacher can use in a classroom?
I don't know.
Well, like I like the wedge idea. So you know, like how they wedge the doors shut. They have like
The
those
thing
new
with
things.
the
that, like,
chair that you can like drop because they have to have those ADA doorknobs, the
Right.
lever doorknobs. So there's a thing you can do with with the standard classroom chair where you like you pick the chair up and you jam it with the leg through the handle and it jams into the door frame. So even if you try and use the handle, you can't get the door open. The steel chair and the steel door is now jammed itself
those
shut.
are only on pull doors. On a push door, it doesn't work.
Very true.
It honestly,
But it doesn't.
I don't know,
and
man.
it
I'm
also-
always going to come back to
It also
fucking
doesn't
arm the
work.
teachers.
It also doesn't work if you're the first classroom they go into.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It really does come down to arm the.
did you know the classroom
or just fucking like, you know, update the security for the front of the school. Like you don't let the teacher use the side door and leave the fucking rock open to prop the fucking side door
with the
open.
key code and all that kind of
You
stuff.
know
But
what I
at
mean?
some
Like,
point,
you
at some
fucking
point too, though,
The
we
door
have to.
gets shut.
You do have to look at the psychological impact of like. So now every kid has to have his backpack inspected and go through a metal detector and all that kind of shit. So what happens? Like your kids aren't going to fucking do anything. So now your kids have to go to this fucking environment where you just have to live in this environment of fucking fear because there may be some other motherfucker.
Yeah, we're
so
still-
they can't just have a normal fucking education because some shitbag
We're
whose
still-
parents fucking suck.
we're still
Can't
taking
figure
our
out how to do
shoes
it?
off at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have to do all of this shit because of some other motherfucker. And you
Yeah.
know what it comes down to? I'm scarier than you.
Yeah.
But we don't have that. These kids aren't fucking scared.
And what bothers me is it's. Do you remember in the military when we get mass punished? Like if one of your guys, like in a fucking another squad or something fucked up, they'd fuck your whole platoon.
Yep.
That's literally what this is on a large scale.
Yep.
Every time there's one of these, it's like
That's what
wanna-
airport security is.
They don't want to take the bad guys' fucking guns because they're not going to listen. They want to come after me. They want to come after you, and all of you out there listening that are fucking law-abiding citizens. They want to come after you. We didn't do anything fucking wrong. Stop punishing us. All right, I had a beef on it in the fucking Marine Corps. I have a beef on it now. Like,
Changing
don't
the
fucking mash
law
punish.
to punish criminals doesn't make any sense. If a law was broken, so you change the law to make the law stricter, the person that broke the law doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, they've already shown a disregard for the law.
And by the
They
way,
don't fucking care.
if you're willing to commit mass murder, I don't know if you're really worried about the possession charge.
Right? Like, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go with
I mean,
that
am I
too.
crazy? We have people in the audience. Am I nuts here? Like, is it?
Yeah.
If I was looking at the charges and it was like, well, we're also going to get you on this possession charge.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I just killed 17 people, so
I'm pretty sure my life in prison without parole
Yeah.
is going to cover the
can
fucking
I plead out to the
possession.
possession charge? Are you willing to
Right.
fucking change that
Like,
for me?
Yeah. Maybe if you're in California and you're a minority, then you could do it.
It's fucking wild. And the fact of the matter is that it's just, what's the punishment? Either A, it's going to be death by cop, So you're not here to face the punishment anyways. Or
Right.
we go like, well, we really need to understand why this kid did it. Fuck them. We need
Yeah.
more chlorine in the gene pool.
Yeah.
It like,
Start beating your children again. Like, fuck. Start spanking kids again.
Make
Some of
beatings
these-
great again.
This wasn't a thing in the 70s and 80s because we got fucking beat.
some of these kids
You
that I
know?
fucking met these days start making me, I start to understand the whole Chinese licensing thing.
Yeah. Right?
Like,
It's
you have to
upsetting,
pass
man.
a test to get to drive a fucking car, but you can make a kid just cuz.
Just all willy-nilly. Just because you were horny.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And just remember, kids, that's what most of you are. Cream pies that just baked a little longer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Cream pies.
So my solution is less IRS agents, more armed personnel.
Yeah. Next.
That's it, boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys already heard the sponsors. I'll raise them up. Thanks for being my Freedom Friends, boys. Like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. Check us out on Patreon. All right. Help support the Patreon. That really does help keep us fucking in booze and scars. And it really does, help us, reach more people. Also, redactedsupply.com. We still got merch. Go ahead and go over there and buy it. Otherwise, 3 little things, kids. Not hard to do. Jazz, hit him with the first one.
Smoke on.
John,
Drink on.
and God damn it, freedom the fuck on. Later.
Beat your kids.
Beat them. They deserve it. You know they fucking deserve it.
Whether
I'm
they've
a-
done something recently or not,
Dude.
preemptively beat your kids.
Right? My kids live
And
in
they're
fear.
like, why? You just
They-
be like, you know
you
why.
fucking know why. You know what you did.